Hello there, General Techno here with yet another video review. This time it's yet another look back at Beast Force's 10th anniversary line of figures, presenting the very best that 1995, or was it 96, whatever, toy engineering had to offer. Slightly modified, that is. In this case, it is 10th anniversary, Mega, or was it Ultra? No, it was Ultra. Optimus Primal. This guy was reissued in a 2-pack along with the original Megatron mold, but he has some deviations from the original. Anyway, as you can see, Beast Mode is a fairly standard Gorilla mode. On the side, pretty standard Gorilla. Front, you can see all the exposed robot part. You can see a few of the robot parts, but not much of them. If you stand him up, now, I'm going to have a hard time posing this, but you can't really stand him up like he did in the show, because then he'll look like, as you can see here, having robot legs there. Plus, he doesn't really look that gorilla-like. But posability-wise, he's got the full leg of range of motion in his legs, with swivel, a bit like that, and he's got a knee joint. His hands can go up a bit. They can rotate it around 360, and he bends at the elbows. He can also hold stuff into his hands because of the peg holes. And he's got a neat little action feature in this mode. If you put his hands like this, there's a little tab back here. When you press this tab, he can beat his chest like a gorilla. Anyway, he stands best in this way just because of the way the head is situated. So if you stand him up like this, you can see that the head isn't, you're going to have to tilt him a bit forward for it to look right, and he looks best standing on his hands like this. Even though he never did this in the show, or at least didn't do it very often. Just for comparison, here he is next to a few other Beast Force characters, Cheetor and my now broken basic Rat Trap. He broke right after I did the video review of him, sadly. But he was cheap, so it's not a huge loss. He just got neutered. Kinda like in the last episode of Beast Wars when Black Arachnia cut his tail weapon in two, but... Anyway, let's move on to transforming this big boy and showing off more of his features. Alright, it's going to be tricky to get them all on camera because of how big this guy is, but we're going to start out by bending the knees down and flipping the feet like so to reveal the robot heels. So we're going to take the gorilla toes, as you can see there, and flip them around to reveal the heels. We're going to now rotate the entire waist 180 degrees, and we're going to flip his robot feet out of this. This is one thing I find really cool, just this little piece that sticks down here, because it slides in and out, and it's a separate piece, and it just looks really cool. Anyway, so there's his robot legs. I'm going to have a hard time. I'm going to be able to just barely get this guy in frame. So I'm just going to adjust the camera a bit now. Anyway, as for the hands, you can see he's mostly there already. We're going to pop up the shoulder pads. And these little tabs here, the action feature is going to change when we pop these up. So we're going to push and pop them up. You're going to hear a clicking noise. His hands are the same as his Beast Mode hands, so you're going to bend those up. And as for the head is going to come down like this. You're going to flip this piece around while you're at it. Push it down to form his chest piece. Readjust the shoulder pads, the head, and most importantly, readjust the camera. Now this is going to be the tricky part because he's not exactly built for my camera assembly. And there you have Beast Wars Optimus Primal.